And so if you've ever been in trouble and you're looking around and you're wondering, where is my help? Where are my friends? They said they would be here, but where are they? And I often think sometimes, to me, when I have a problem, it's a great problem to me. But I could tell everybody I wanted to about the problem. I could call 50 people on the telephone and stay on the phone all day long telling them about my problem. But when I get off the phone with them, they might say, oh, I feel sorry for her. That's an awful thing to have to go through. But that is still my problem. They're going to lay down and they're going to go to bed and they're not going to feel my emotions and they're not going to feel my trouble. But the Lord feels our trouble.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that He understands when nobody else understands.
Right.
My God understands.
Yes, He does.
And He knows exactly where I am. And He knows exactly when my passions are running high. And He knows exactly what I need. Because sometimes I might think I need the sunny day. And He might say, well, you know, she has a little bit of growing she needs to do. Let's send her some rain. And I'm still thinking, now, Lord, I don't want to go through all this rain. But I'm thankful that even when we're there, He's going to pick us up. Psalms 34:19 says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth him out of them all. He didn't say, I'm just going to deliver you out of some of them, just out of a couple of them. Your quota for the week is 3. You're only going to be allowed to get in trouble 3 times, and that's all the deliverance you'll get. No, He said He would deliver us out of every single trial that would come our way. And that is a wonderful thing to know tonight. A wonderful thing to rest assured of, that no matter what trouble that we're in and the afflictions that we find ourselves in, the Lord is going to deliver us. John 16, verse 33 says, these things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So I'm thankful tonight. I know that's just a little talk, but you know, we have trouble. We find ourselves in places that we're left wondering, where are my friends? Who's going to help me? Who understands? Does anybody care?
That's right.
But when you come to the church, that's why I'm so thankful for this little church. And I'm thankful for every one of you that's here tonight.
Yes.
Because when we're in trouble, we can lean upon each other. And we can come and we can worship our way out of any situation.
That's true.
It don't matter what situation that you're in. There is no way that you can stay depressed and sing a song of praise to God. The two just don't go together. You might still have a little bit of a heartbreak there, but there comes a song in your heart that He's able to just give you some praise and just let you know that He's wrapping yourself in His arms and He's letting you know that I love you and you're my child. And I think about a song I think that Sister Teresa and Sister Jimmy used to sing, and I think they had wrote it. And but you know, it seemed like there was some trouble going on in their situation. And this individual seemed like they were so big and so mighty in their life. But that person went through several falls and situations in their life. And that don't mean that that individual is perfect now or that they never say anything they shouldn't say. But I feel like that God moved in a situation and gave strength to them through a song that they were able to just pen and write down. And sometimes, you know, I've heard people say, well, the best thing you can do is take and write a journal. Just write a journal and write down your feelings every day. But I'm so glad that I don't necessarily have to pen my feelings, but God already knows my heart.
Yes.
He already knows where I'm at. He already knows when I'm in trouble. And I thought, too, about my father and how much I appreciate my father. And I don't know that I've told him enough, but he served 2 tours of Vietnam. And I'm sure that he's battle-scarred from those fights and from the situation he was in. But one day we was going through a lot of trouble, and we got up that morning, and there was just a note that said he'd gone to the VA. And we didn't think anything really about it, because we thought, well, you know, he goes to the VA often. Maybe he just needed to go down and talk to somebody today. And so we went on about our day, and we'd wonder about him every now and then. And we got home in the evening. He still wasn't home. We just couldn't figure it out. And so we started making some phone calls and couldn't find much out. They just say, yeah, he's here receiving treatment. And that to just tore our little world apart, because we didn't know that my father had been going through such trouble, and that he didn't know how to cope or how to handle or what to do with it. And that's not saying he's a bad person. That's just saying that we all can get into those situations where we don't know how to cope. We just don't know what to do with our life because so much trouble has come in. And it seems like when the devil fights, he don't just send you one little problem. He's going to send you huge problems. And they're all happening at one time, one right after another. And you might think, oh, well, I've got this settled down, thank the Lord, and then the phone will ring. And it's like the situation you just thought you had resolved, now it's blown up even greater. And you've got 29 more people involved. And it just seems like it just keeps getting worse and worse. But then, after all of that situation, and I was thinking about these scriptures today, I thought the Lord knew we was going to come to that place. That was no shock to him. He wasn't shocked like we were that evening when we didn't know where my dad was at and then found out he was getting some treatment, was going to be gone for a while. The Lord wasn't shocked by that news. And the Lord knew exactly what to do to help him. You know, some people say, well, you don't need professional help like that. You just don't need to go anywhere like that. Sometimes you do. Because it's just somebody that will listen and they help you learn to cope with your problems. And so I'm thankful that the Lord, sometimes we can just run to the Lord. And if we have his word, that's a precious thing. I heard somebody say the other day, they said, the Bible was just written by man, but it was divinely inspired. And yeah, he used men's hands to pen it and men's minds so that he would know what to write down. But this is the word of God, and it's very precious. And it means so much. And so many people, I remember Sister Jimmy telling me one day, she went to like a thrift store, and she told me that there was a Bible, and it was just $1. It was marked on the Bible. And she would cry, and she would say to think that the Lord gave his life, and he gave us his word, and they were selling it so cheaply. And I don't think I ever look at the Bible that I don't think about what a great price was paid for this word. Yes. And that we have it in our hands today. And there may not come a time that we'll always be able to hold it in our hands. Or that we'll always be able to gather in a place like this. I've been told all my life, ever since I was a child, that there would come a day when we would just have to serve the Lord under our own fig tree. Yes. And that, because the world is so evil today, and they just don't appreciate anything that's of God. And they're trying to throw him out of everything. And it's amazing to me, it took one woman to take prayer out of school. And she died a horrible death. But the thing about it is, if it just took one woman to take prayer out of school, it just takes one person to get a hold of the Word of God. And it just takes one person to say, I have a desire. And Lord, I may be in trouble, and this situation may seem large to me, and I don't have an answer, and there's nobody I can go to that has an answer, but you are the answer. Amen. And so tonight, I don't know what you're going through, what trouble that there is in your life. Everything may be fine, but trust me, if it is today, tomorrow it may not be. But I'm so glad that we have the assurance of knowing that everything's going to be all right if we just hold on to his hand, hold on to the Word of God, and hold on and build up our faith. Sometimes it's hard, just the faith, the size of a tiny mustard seed. When I was a little girl in Sunday school class, they brought a mustard seed to Sunday school class, and they showed us that. And they said, this is all the faith that you need. That's not a whole lot of faith, is it?